Hi all, welcome back. It's just a quick update. I haven't done much stitching, so I thought I'd do my plans for next year and some haul that I got over Christmas. So I start with the haul because it does lead into my plans for next year. So as usual, I got some amazing gifts. Not just stitching related, but we'll stick to those, of course. The first one I got was the Star of Christmas by Bella Filipina. I'm never sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but she's lovely. And the stitched previews never look quite right to the stitching, so I'm looking forward to that one. To continue with my Christmas Eve couriers, I've got Donna now, who seems less sparkly, but actually has more beads than Rudolph, which surprised me. They're mostly in that bit there. And around the borders. But stunning. Slowly getting my collection of them up. Next, I have something different for me. I've always wanted to do one of these, and I've been watching Mackenzie. Before she got rid of all her videos, I rewatched them. I was lucky enough to kind of rewatch them again, and I remember her doing the dinky dies. So we've got the autumn one. I'm not usually one for samplers, but these colours, kind of reds and pinks, which I didn't quite expect. They're not as bold as a lot of autumn things. And there's a few speciality stitches, so I thought that'd be great to try. And I know it's small, so it'll be something easy-ish if I want to finish. And lastly, my birthday's in October, so he got me the October Opal Fairy. And she's stunning. These, so many beads, let me count them. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 13 packages. One's a double, so I need 14 of those. There is 3 packets of treasures as well. So there's going to be a lot. But she is lovely. And I really like her. And I want to get the June one as well, because that's when my boyfriend's birthday is. So they'll look lovely side by side. So that's that one. That is my haul. He did amazing as per usual. I will admit I do write a list, and this list is usually about 30 things, so I never know what I'm getting. I just pick a random sample of things I would like to get on with, and he goes through it, chooses what he would like, which is always a bonus because I want to stitch things that he would like in the house as well. So that helps. So moving on from that, next year I am participating in a few different sales. Off the top of my head I can think of, I always do Stitch from Stash. I ended up stopping participating. I stopped updating in October when I stopped stitching. But I wasn't buying anything, so it's fine. I ended up with about £10 in credit. So that's always good. So at least I know my budget was good, and I could potentially lower it. I haven't. So what I'm doing is my budget is £20 per month, and that will help for things like this, for example, where I need a ton of beads, ton of krennic, because I don't always get them all, and because of COVID, there's a lot of shipping issues, things like that now. I'm going to place a fairly large order, probably today, just for Krennic beads and a few threads that I need to complete pieces, which I'll go on to. So that's Stitch from Stash. I also take part in the mythology group. So in that group, there is a couple of challenges. There's a yearly one, which I've kind of combined with my Whip Go, which we'll talk about in a minute. There is New Year, New Start. And for that, I'm actually going to do the October Opal Fairy, which we have here. And I'm going to stitch her on from Jodie Designs. It's the Great Barrier Reef. I'll show you this when I start it. It looks very yellow, but when you open it, it's actually mottled in pinks. And I think that will work really well. And it's a very baby pink, so I think that will work amazingly on this piece. So we've got that. So that's for that. So the next group I am part of is Full Coverage Fanatics, and I've chosen 2 pieces for this. So for the 21 in 21, I am going to work on my Steampunk Harley Quinn, which if it doesn't wash out. And then alongside that, for any other challenges, I want to work on her, but if I get a bit bored within the same vein, I'm going to work on my Steampunk Joker. There we go. And they're both by Charting Creations. I haven't started Joker yet, but I have got a very small start on Harley. So I'll show you that. And that is it. That is all I have, just a lot of 310. So I want to work on that. For the 21 and 21 specifically, I'd like to do the book challenges as well, and I'm not sure if I'd want to switch projects to get a break or just work on one, but we'll figure that one out. So for the 21 and 21, it means I would have to do roughly 1,750 stitches on that piece per month. If I can get ahead, if I'm having a stitch a day and I just manage to breeze through that, I will keep going. So for the months where I don't get as much done or other projects are calling to me, then that's fine. And I'm not worried about completing these challenges as such, as in it's more I want to take part and get those stitches in and be part of the community again. And lastly is Whip Go. And these have already been drawn, but I will show you what I'm planning on working on first. So, first of all, my Whip Go board is just a sheet of paper. So, my first project is going to be Mirabilia. It's Royal Games 1. And I have this down twice. And the idea was I said half of it each time. But the first time it comes up will be an easy half finish because it is mostly done. So that's the first half. And all those spaces are for beads. All of this is for beads. There's Krennic in there that I need, so I need to do a couple of orders for that, which is part of what I need to do today. So that will be planned to be a finish by the end of the year piece that I've done so far. So this is a 20 count Ada, and I'm stitching this on with hand-dyed threads from Jodie Designs, and when it comes up as a focus piece I will tell you all the information then. I've just got the top corner. And this is on several times. There are 19 pages, I believe, something like that. So the idea was to get 2 pages done a month as the call. So the last one will be a page essentially to get it finished. And it's a substantial piece. Says that one. And when you're stitching on it, the pages don't take too long to do, I find, on a long dog, especially when you're doing one thread. My next piece is "'Twas the Night" by Sue Hillis. And I know I spoke about this in the last video. I've stitched nothing on it. So I just want to get this border done so the piece is complete. And then hopefully we can have this hanging next year, which will be brilliant. Next I have another long dog, and this is the Sansouise. Sansouise? I got this when it was the sale from so-and-so, just before they disappeared, so they sent out all the bits. I have done parts 1 and 2, and I'm working on the third, and that's basically the top row, like how big it is. It's quite small. So once again, this is on here multiple times. The idea is to do 2 pages again each month to get it completed. Next I have We Do Geek, which I am most of the way done with this. This is just stitched on a piece of 16 count Ada, it looks like. Just using DMC 310. I dyed this just in some funky colours. I was having a bit of fun. But this won't take long to finish. Once again, words never do. So that's for another finish. I think everything is a finish. October Opal is also on here, while I remember. And that is on here 4 times to basically do 1/4 of the piece each time it's called. I have Red Riding Hood. This is by Primitive Hair. That's this piece. And that is to get a finish. There isn't that much to do realistically. I have run out of thread, so I need to order some more for this. So I'm going to do that. And then lastly, which is what I'm currently working on, have been working on, is Rudolph. My Christmas Eve courier. Try and get him done for next year as well. So he's still in the frame because I'm going to work on this afterwards. That's what I'm up to. So all the bottom is done. So that's his neck where the wreath is. So I've just got to do his head, his antlers, the border, and all those beads. So many beads. So I've got that. And I do need, I'm going to say, one more Krennic that I don't have, but it is currently out of stock everywhere that hasn't come in. So I probably won't be able to finish this straight away. But Jessie Marie has actually already done her calls. So it was number 6, 13 and 18. Number 6 for me was Pandemic, so I need to do 2 pages on my Pandemic piece. 13 I used as free space, so that is complete. And 18 is my October Opal, which is to do 1/4 of the piece, which is great because that is my New Year, New Start, and I will start that on the 1st. Maybe the 2nd since I'm working the 1st, but that is my plans. I hope to update more. Sorry I haven't been back sooner. Work has been manic, which it's the season, it's Christmas, it will always be busy. But that is everything I have to show you. If you have any questions, pop them down below. That's fine. I love to answer them. And I will see you all in a couple of weeks. Bye.